Welcome to the 5 steps to building an uncommon real estate career. My name is Neil Mathweg. Make sure you stick around all the way to the end because I'm going to give you all of the steps that we're going to talk about today. We put them together in a planner for you, and you're going to be able to download that at the very end. Also, I'm going to give you an opportunity to schedule a free 30-minute call with myself that we're going to help you break through. So we're going to take everything that we learned today and then we'll talk about it in the phone call to help you get the results that you're looking for. I want to start off today by sharing a video that I recently watched that really motivated me. It really inspired me to look at how we look at our real estate business. I wanted to look at it like he's looking at his NFL football career. See, he learned to become an uncommon player, and I think we should learn to become an uncommon agent. Here is an interview with Merrill Hodge.
We're at Friday's practice. Now, one thing about Friday's practice, everybody knows that's played in the NFL, you're going to have about a 20-25 play script. One thing you do in that 25 play script, don't make mistakes. I've seen people make mistakes, get cut right in the middle of practice, go away in a white van. I never see him again. I never wanted to go away in the white van, right? So I get in the huddle, and I remember the play's called, and it's a pass play. I know who I'm supposed to block if he blitzes. Ball snap, quarterback drops back, my linebacker drops, I run to the flat route, throws the ball to the other side of the field. Wide receiver catches it, starts to run. As he's running, whistle blows. Merrill, what are you doing? Well, I turn back. Now listen, I've been in Pittsburgh 4 months. I've been there long enough to know one thing. Chuck Noll never stops a play and asks you what you're doing if you're doing it right. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, if that linebacker blitzed, I might go away in that white van. So I located the linebacker. He was in coverage. I'd run the right route, done thousands of times. But when he asked me what I was doing, because the ball was on the other side of the field, well, I wasn't doing anything. So my response was nothing. He goes, that's a problem. He said, I didn't keep you on this team, Merrill, to be a common football player. He goes, go help your buddy. How do you know, as he's running for his life, he doesn't get hit, fumble, and you could recover the ball for us? He said, better yet, Merrill, he breaks a tackle, you make a key block, we score a touchdown. I need you to be uncommon. I didn't keep you on this team to be common. We need to be uncommon in our effort. I was embarrassed. I was devastated, but I'd heard what he said to me resonated with me. I was grateful I didn't get cut. But when I got back to my locker, I started to think about what he had done. He had challenged me to do more than I was doing. Now, if you would have asked me prior to that, leaving that huddle, do you do everything on every play you can? I would have told you yes. I was one of those players that did everything, I thought. But he opened my scope to more that I could and should be doing. Well, I would tell you that from that day on, I was an uncommon player. That allowed me to be a starter the next year, and I never looked back, and I am grateful for that challenge.
You see what I mean? I mean the power in becoming an uncommon player and what it did for his career and what I think it can do for your career to become an uncommon agent. How many of you would say that your business is unpredictable or that your business is unclear? And how many of you have no boundaries around your time? See, the truth is most agents are common. It's common to lack clarity around your business. It's common to have the shiny object syndrome, chasing the latest idea that you hope will change your results. It's common to not know what activities you should be doing day to day. And it's common to have the wrong mindset that will help you break through the doubts in your mind. It's common to have fears of success, so you just end up settling. It's common to be on a roller coaster ride with your income. It's common to not have a coach. It's common to have your income be far from predictable. It's common to have no profit and loss statement. And unfortunately, it's common to file tax extensions year after year. And today, I want you to learn the 5 steps to building an uncommon real estate career. I want you to learn that clarity, congruency, and consistency are the most important when it comes to your success. And I want you to learn how to avoid shiny objects and what we call the shiny object syndrome. And I want you to learn what it takes to get beyond the fear of success and how to have consistent, predictable closings month after month. No stop and start commissions. And you're in the right place if you're a new agent, if you're a stuck agent, or if you're one that just wants some clarity around their business in regards to what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. And unfortunately, this course is not for you if you're looking for a script building course. And if you're looking to do more and try harder course, there's enough of those out there. And this is not for you if you are looking to do real estate part-time and have no goals of building a business you love. This is powerful because you're going to save years of wondering what you should be doing to grow your business. You are going to be aware of what is holding you back from having the career you dream of. You're going to have the systems in place that you should use every day, not feeling like you're playing catch up or missing something really important. You'll actually be excited about your real estate career again because you'll be working in your strengths and in your skill sets. And the strategies and the methods that I'm going to teach today are all of the strategies and methods that I use in my own career. And I've been able to find balance in my life. I don't work on a certain day of the week. I have time with my family. I spend hours with my family every day, and I actually have a life. Prior to all of this, I was a mess. I worked 80 hours a week. I had no balance. I had no control over my business. I had no systems in place. And once I learned to and started implementing all of this, my life has changed so much, and I want to teach you exactly what I've done and how I do it so that you can find the same thing in your life. After this masterclass, you'll be able to begin to avoid being one of the 87% of agents that don't make it past 3 years. You'll have a understanding of how to structure your business plan to have consistent revenue stream, and you're going to begin to identify the fear of success and begin to move past it. So I want to start giving you the 5 steps to help you build an uncommon real estate career. Step number 1 is to simplify. And we're going to give you a planner that's going to help you determine where that clutter is in your business. And what I want you to do is I want you to write down the things that you have tried and abandoned, things that you've heard other agents do that you think you need to be doing, and ideas that you've had, but you're just not quite sure how to implement them. And see, what happens is a lot of us, we get the shiny object syndrome where we just want to try so many different things where we maybe have a little bit of an idea of what our plan looks like, and we feel like we're going in the right direction. And then we'll go to a conference, or we'll listen to a podcast, or we'll go to a business meeting at our office, and we'll hear of an agent that is doing something that we think is just brilliant, and we think that that is going to be the breakthrough moment for us. This is why I'm not successful, because I haven't been doing what they're doing, and I need to start adding something more to my business. The reason I'm not producing what I want to be producing is that, I'm not doing enough. And so we just keep piling things on and keep adding things onto our business, and we don't do any of them well. We don't do any of them with excellence. We just constantly keep adding things to our business. I want to help you declutter your business. I want to help you simplify your business. And so I want you to write down all of those things so that we can just start to flush all of this out and get all of this on the table. So that is step number 1, is to begin to simplify your business by writing down every little thing that you think you need to do in order to be successful, or the things that you have tried in the past that maybe didn't work, but back in the back of your mind you're thinking, maybe I should be doing this. I want to start to flush all that out. Step number 2 is to build a clear plan. We're going to take everything, all that noise from step number 1, and we're going to bring that into step number 2. And in step number 2, we have the 3-pillar process plan. That template is also going to be available to you. So make sure you're watching your emails, because you're going to get it in your email. You're going to want that template to start to begin to decide what you should be doing. And the 3-pillar plan, it only allows you to select 3 things, 1 in each pillar. And so what we end up seeing when we do that is we see all of this noise, we see all of these things that we should be doing that we don't have to do anymore, right? And I want you to start to simplify your business. Again, step number 1 is to simplify your business. Step number 2 is to build a clear plan. So we're going to give you this template, all right? Take this template and start to look through the 3 different pillars. The 3 different pillars are broken down as your sphere of influence, your chase, and your attraction. Your sphere of influence is things that you're going to do to stay in touch with the people that you know, like, and trust. And we recommend that you pick one thing and you do it really well. And eventually you can add on a bonus, which is to do client appreciation parties. But to begin, if you're a new agent and you're just getting started, we're just going to want to focus on reaching our sphere of influence once a month. Your second pillar is your chase pillar. And your chase pillar can be open houses, they can be Facebook advertising, online leads, FSBOs and expireds, but you pick one thing that feels right, that plays to your strengths, right? And then the third one is the attraction. And your attraction pillar can be any form of being a media company that happens to sell real estate. It can be a blogger. It could be running seminars, first-time homebuyer seminars. It could be starting a Facebook group. There's so many different things that you can do to attract business. And this is where you get to become an artist. And so by using the 3 pillars, by using what you're going to do for your sphere of influence, what you're going to do to chase, and what you're going to do to attract, you're going to see that you're going to begin to balance out your business. And it's going to prevent burnout. It's going to stay to be a very clear plan. And then we just need to stay consistent after we have that clear plan. The other thing in step number 2 is that we want to build this clear plan around your strengths. And you might be wondering, what are your strengths? Don't worry. We're going to take an assessment that we'll take after you get done with this class, and before we get on the phone together, you'll take an assessment, and in that assessment, we're going to start to determine what your strengths are and what you should be doing in order to make sure that your plan is congruent to your strength. And I want to give you an example of my plan. This is exactly the way that our team operates using the 3-pillar plan. So for our sphere of influence, we send out Service for Life newsletters or Letter of the Hearts, and sometimes we combine the 2, but every month everybody in our sphere of influence gets a letter from us. And then we also do client appreciation events. We do 4 of those a year, and so the invites to those events are going right in with our letters. And then our chase is we do open houses with excellence. We really focus on our open houses, and at our open houses we focus on getting the buyer's search criteria, and then we send them into our matchmaker program. And then our attraction is a show that you might have heard of, maybe not. It's called the I Love Madison show. And with this show, what we do is we document Madison, and we connect, and we want to help people that are new to Madison get connected with people, places, and events in Madison. I Love Madison is a vlog. It started out as a podcast, and that didn't go so well, so then we switched into a vlog. We also do what's called the I Love Madison Food Tournament, which helps people determine who has Madison's best of certain food types. And so we do a lot of things, and then in addition to all of that, we do the I Love Madison meetups, which is bringing people together, which has been super powerful. But this is our plan. This is our clear, focused plan, and everybody on my team operates in those 3 pillars, and we focus on our sphere of influence being the newsletters or the Letter of the Heart. Our chase is open houses and matchmaking, and our attraction is I Love Madison. So super focused, super clear, and it's exactly what you need to do when building yours. Step number 3 in building an uncommon real estate career is to have systems in place. See, a lot of us struggle with what I call the fear of success. And that might sound like a complete oxymoron, right? Like, how could I have the fear of success? Because success is what I'm going for. But a lot of us don't hire coaches because we're afraid of what that coach is going to make us do, and we're afraid of what's going to happen when those results come. And when you have systems in place, that will help you break through all of that fear that you have around success. A lot of times what I'll hear students that I'm coaching, I'll hear them say, well, we did 3 transactions a month last month. There's no reason why I can't do 5 now. And the reason they say that is because they have the systems in place, and those systems just allow them to feel alive and allow them to feel like they can do more. And so having systems in place is so important. And we've got all kinds of systems that we've created in growing our real estate team, and a lot of agents just don't pay attention to the systems. So we want to help you with systems and dial them in so that anytime somebody raises their hand that says, I want to buy or I want to sell, you have a clear plan that they go through. You have email templates in place where whenever somebody wants to write an offer, you have an email template that you work off of. When you're presenting an offer to a seller, you have an email template that you work off of. Every step along the way, if you create these systems and have these systems in place, and almost what I like to say is McDonaldize your business, you will get over the fear of success, and you'll find yourself almost in a team building mode, which is a really exciting place to be. Step number 4 is to run your business like a business. So many of us, and including myself for many years, never operate with a profit and loss statement and never really pay attention to the numbers. We're just kind of like in this survival mode to begin, and then we stay in that survival mode throughout our entire career. And so one tip that I have for you, actually a couple that I want to give you today here, is the QuickBooks self-employment app. And no, I don't have an affiliate with them or anything like that. I am just a raving fan of the QuickBooks self-employment app. I got it on my phone earlier this year, been last year. And it's just amazing. Like, you swipe left for business, swipe right for personal. It just keeps track of everything. It even has the mileage tracker in it as well. I used to pay like $10 a month for Mile IQ. Now I pay $10 a month for QuickBooks. Plus I get the QuickBooks thing and the Mile IQ all in one. And at the end of every month, I actually get a profit and loss statement. And it wasn't until I had the QuickBooks app that I really felt like I had control over my money. I felt like I really knew where my profit was. A lot of times that I would fill out my own profit and loss statement. I had a worksheet that I did. I would forget about expenses, and there was things that weren't on there as accurately as they are now in QuickBooks. So get the QuickBooks self-employment app, and then something that my wife and I do is we bring the profit home from last month, and so we get our profit and loss statement from the previous month. I then find out what our profit is, and then I bring that number home to my wife, and my wife and I have a budget meeting. I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan, and I recommend you studying with Dave Ramsey, and I'm not a personal finance advisor like he is. So what Dave Ramsey teaches is the zero-based budget. And so what my wife and I do is we bring that profit home, and then we have a zero-based budget meeting, and we spend every dollar on paper before the month begins. So those are some quick tips for you in order to run your business like a business. Also, meet with a tax advisor and see if you should be an S Corp or an LLC. How should you structure your business to run it like a business instead of being a sole proprietor? Because there's some tax advantages to doing so. So run your business like a business. And now we're on to step number 5. Step number 5 is to stay consistent. See, you'll learn that once you have a clear plan and you go through the process of learning about all of the different options that are out there, and you take all of the experience that you have that you've done that hasn't worked, and you do step number 1 and step number 2, and you put all of this together. And if you walk with me and learn about all of the different options, and you build this plan that's congruent to you so that it plays to your strengths, once you begin to do all of that, and you go through this whole process, you will learn that your plan is perfect, that your plan is meant to be you, and just that alone, you will begin to say no to shiny objects. You'll look at things from the outside and you'll say, yeah, good idea, but doesn't fit into my plan, not the right thing. You'll gain strength in an understanding of what it means to have a clear plan that is congruent to you, and then you will begin to stay consistent. See, we've talked about it on the podcast before, that motivation wears off, and that if we have dreams without goals, they're just dreams. And in between goals and dreams is clarity and consistency and dedication. And so we've got to have a clear plan that's congruent to you, that you stay consistent with, and then you stay dedicated and disciplined to complete that. You will then go from your goals to your dreams in a matter of no time. And there's reasons why agents don't make it in this business. 87% of realtors, the new agents, won't make it past 5 years. And that's a crazy number to me. And I've started to realize what that is. So I want to talk about 3 different agents and talk about the struggles that they had, and then what we were able to do to help them through this. The first one was Joe Marks, and Joe was afraid of success. He didn't think that he was, but he was reluctant to have a coach. He was reluctant to grow a team, and and all of this came out in us just meeting. There were almost blind spots in his business that he really wasn't even aware of. And so what we did with Joe is we realized that once we implemented systems and we got this vivid vision of what this business could look like, and him understanding that more transactions doesn't mean more work, it just means that he needs to build a team, and he could leverage his business and grow his business. And once he realized all of that, he began to break through. And for him, it came down to writing the vivid vision, getting a very, very clear plan that was congruent to him, all based around the 3 pillars, and then implementing systems. And once he did all of that, he could see light at the end of the tunnel, and then he went into this growth mode. Then his business went to a whole nother level. The other one that I want to talk about is Jean Nickelbein. And Jean was doing a great job at open houses. And she was getting all kinds of leads at open houses, but she wasn't converting them. And see, what Jean's problem was that she was starving her leads. She was doing these calls that we all do, where she calls and just says, hey, I'm just calling to check in, and just calling to stay in the loop. Well, the consumer doesn't want to return those calls. And so what happens is a lot of those calls, she leaves messages, but she never hears back from them. So her challenge was that she was getting these leads, but she wasn't converting them. And so what we taught Jean was our matchmaker system. And with Jean learning the matchmaker system, she started calling all of the consumers back with things that they wanted, and that is unlisted properties. It was properties that were not yet available on the MLS. They were coming soon. They were old expireds. They were FSBOs. They were listings that somebody in her office is going to be posting soon, but it's not yet available. With Matchmaker, there's all these different ways to find unlisted properties, or like we like to say, properties that are not yet available on the MLS, to call the consumer with, because the consumer wants that. So it's magical to call the consumer with something that they want. The other thing too is if you struggle with call reluctancy, which Jean did, this is another way to overcome call reluctancy, because you're calling them with something that they want. They want you to call, and they're excited that you're on the phone. And it makes it easy for you to make that call as well. Next one was Rick Martin, and Rick came into this business and as a brand new agent and said, what do I need to do to succeed? And with Rick, we gave him the 3-pillar plan. What is he going to do for his sphere of influence? What is he going to do for his chase? And what is he going to do for his attraction? And we built his plan that was congruent to him. It played to his strengths. And he is Mr. Consistent. That's a nickname for Rick right there. Mr. Consistent. He has been doing the same plan for 3 years. The first year he was the Rookie of the Year. The second year he was Quantum Leaper. I don't know what award he'll get this year. Maybe Quantum Leaper again. I don't know. But he is Mr. Consistent. And the reason he's consistent, when you talk to him about it, the reason he's consistent is because the plan feels right. It's congruent to him. It's playing to his strengths. He's getting the results that he's looking for, and everything is going really good. And so you are ready for a call with me if you want to take your business to the next level. If you want to know what you need to do every day to make it happen, and you want a clear plan. Or you're ready for a call with me if your business is a mess and you need to figure out how to get it going in the right direction. So be sure to schedule your free 30-minute breakthrough call with me. I'll take an assessment of your business and I'll start to bring clarity to your business. We're going to identify your strengths, and then we're going to lay out a roadmap to build the business you love. Thank you all so much for taking this masterclass. I hope this was a huge help for you, and I really look forward to our call. And also, be sure you watch out for those emails, because in the email, you're going to have the 3-pillar plan that you're going to want to build your plan around. You're also going to have the planner book that we've put together, and you're also going to have the assessment that we're going to need for that breakthrough call. So be sure to watch out for your emails. Be sure to schedule that appointment, and I look forward to talking with you very soon. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. And like always, remember to be the reason somebody smiles today. Thank you again for watching, and I thought it would be good if maybe you heard what some others thought about what happens with them when they get a clear plan that's congruent to them, and then they stay consistent. Check these videos out.
Hi guys, I'm Amy Waddell. I'm a RE/MAX realtor in San Antonio, Texas. I've been in the business for about 13 years, and the last couple of years I've just found myself in a bit of a rut. My business hadn't grown as much as I would like it to, and I just needed something new, something to help me push through. And I came across Neil's podcast a couple of years ago and have really enjoyed listening to the things that he's teaching us on there and sharing with us. But I wanted to take it a step further, and so I recently took advantage of his boot camp program, and I'm just so thrilled with the things that I've learned and the things I put into practice. He's laid the foundation for a lot of progress for my business. I've also taken advantage of his one-on-one coaching, and so I've been doing that for the last month, and I'm already really pleased as well with the results there. So I highly recommend Neil. He is a terrific coach and a terrific human being, and I know that any of you that work with him will be really pleased with your results. So take that leap of faith. Good luck.
Hey everybody, this is TJ. I'm a brand new agent. I've been licensed for about 2 months now. I'm so glad that I found Neil's boot camp. I was listening to the Onion Juice podcast for a long time before I even got licensed. And when he came out with the idea of having a boot camp, kind of a group learning think tank on Facebook, it was fantastic. I can tell you right now, when I first got started 2 months ago, there was shiny objects all over the place. I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to work my sphere of influence. I had ideas about what I wanted to do to kind of attract business. And I can tell you right now that if I had not taken Neil's boot camp, I would still be kind of floundering around. So I highly suggest it. I'm a believer. Take Neil's boot camp and you won't regret it. All right? Have a great career.
Thanks again for watching. I hope you found all of this very helpful, and I really look forward to our call. Make sure you click on the link below to schedule the time, and I'll give you a call for our visit. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great day, and like always, remember to be the reason somebody smiles today.